His body went rigid, he fell sideways, cracking his head on the bumper of his car. A woman in the next space screamed and dialed 911.
If she did more than me, I would have ran us out the building. Hey, he might have had something contagious. I won't go stick around and find out. It's Zoom, and this is a story that will make us stop eating food off the floor when it's been there for longer than 40 minutes.
He ate pani puri in India. His best friend stood right next to him and said no. Same trip, same city, same street. One of them came home.
Hey, if you ask me, from where I come from, that sounds like a setup. I ain't gonna lie. That sounds like he got backdoored. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That sounds like a backdoor in action.
With photos, the other came home with something living inside his brain. 44 days after that street stall in Delhi, Jared Cullen had his first seizure in a grocery store parking lot. He dropped his keys, then he dropped himself. His body went rigid on the asphalt. His jaw locked. He bit through the side of his tongue. An MRI showed dozens of white spots scattered across both hemispheres of his brain. Each one was a cyst. Each cyst had something alive inside it.
Oh my God.
And here's the part that will keep you up tonight. The doctor could not kill them because killing them all at once would kill Jared first.
What?
This is Diagnosis Glitch.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You could never get me to eat some food from India. I'm sorry. Hey, you might be able to do it, you know what I'm saying? Give me a couple hundred bad bitches shaking that, you know what I'm saying? But even then, it's still gonna be a bargain, bro. A hard one.
They'd been planning the trip for a year. Ryan Egan and Jared Cullen, best friends since freshman orientation at UT Austin.
Oh yeah, that was a backdoor. I ain't gonna lie. That was a backdoor, bro. Best friends for life. They both software engineers. That's a really competitive field. He said, I got to get rid of you so I can get me this job. I need a promotion. So, hey, man, I'm not going to lie. This is seeming like a backdoor, but we got to keep watching so we can figure out what's really going on here, man.
Both 25, both software engineers, both convinced that India would be the trip of a lifetime.
Like, yeah, no, it's a backdoor. Because first off, ain't no way in the world you're going to sit here and tell me India's the trip. Y'all, let's go to India. You will never, ever catch me in my life seeming that excited to go to India. No offense to Indians. But I'm just saying, that is not on my to-do list, bro. You feel me? I know your country might be a beautiful, great, beautiful place, but I don't want to be there. I'm sorry.
But they planned differently. Ryan was the one with the spreadsheet. He researched every restaurant, cross-referenced travel blogs, read 3 pages deep on TripAdvisor. He printed a list of vetted places to eat in every city.
Okay, so Ryan did that. Keep in mind, Ryan did that. We got to take note. I got to take notes. Hold on. Ryan is the one who planned it out. So boom, let me see. Ryan planned it out. Okay, bet. So now we know something. We're going to really get to the bottom of this, y'all. And when I figure it out, I'm going straight to the police department.
He packed a full first aid kit, water purification tablets, electrolyte packets. He had a rule, and he said it so often it became a joke between them. If you cannot peel it, boil it, or open it yourself, do not eat it.
Okay.
Jared thought Ryan was insane. Jared's travel philosophy was the opposite. No plans, no lists. You land, you walk, you follow your nose. You do not go to India to eat at restaurants with English menus, he said. You eat where the locals eat. Ryan always replied the same way.
That's stupid. If I go to Mars, am I going to eat what the Martians eat? No. If I go to Jupiter, am I going to eat what the Jupiterians eat? No. So if I go to India, why would I eat what the Indians eat? That don't make no sense.
Locals have immune systems built for the locals.
Right.
Jared always laughed it off. Remember that. Remember who listened and who did not, because only one of them is going to walk out of this story the same person.
Hey, and I'm sorry, and I like sushi, but you will never catch me eating a raw sushi. I'm sorry, but my black body was not built for that. I gotta admit it, bro.
2 weeks in India. Delhi, Agra, Jaipur. Ryan stuck to the plan. Bottled water only, sealed cap every time. Restaurants with kitchens he could see. Cooked food, served hot, nothing raw. Jared followed the plan for 3 days. Then he got bored. On their 4th night in Delhi, Ryan went back to the hotel early. Bad stomach. The irony of the careful one getting a mild bug from hotel food was not lost on either of them. Jared stayed out. He found a street stall near Chandi Chowk, a pani puri vendor. The shells were golden. The filling was spiced potato.
Bro, that shit looked bland as fuck. Why would I ever want to eat that? I'm sorry, like, yeah, it might be good, but bro, this looked like some bread, some fried up bread with a little sweet and sour sauce on that motherfucker. This don't look nothing spectacular. I'm not risking my life for this.
The tamarind water was dark and sweet and served from a steel bucket that had been sitting open all day. Jared
Now I ain't got no gloves on. I ain't got no glove on. Man, please.
ate.
You couldn't pay me to
Watched
do
the
this.
vendor crack each shell with his thumb, fill it, hand it over.
I'm talking about just digging in the food, fingernails and all, bro. Like, at some point, you gotta have your brain sending signals to your alert system saying, we should not be eating this. So it's like, I don't get it. Like, he just digging in this. Like, bro, he digging it up. I'm like, he digging in some pussy. Like, bro, ain't no way in the world.
No gloves, no running water at the stall, a bucket, a
Ain't even
ladle.
wash his hands. And you eating there. Oh, come on now.
And hands that had been working since dawn.
Jesus.
It was the best thing he had ever tasted. He told Ryan about it next morning. Ryan stared at him. You ate pani puri from a street stall with water from
That's how, hey, I swear on my life, I'll be looking under the same way. I'll be looking. As a matter of fact, I would also keep my 12 feet apart because, you know what I'm saying, there's social distancing. You might have something new. You might have the COVID-25. I'm just saying, bro, get me out of there.
bucket. Relax, man, it was delicious. I'm fine. He was not fine. He just did not know it yet. Here's what happened inside Jared's body that night while he slept. The tamarind water had been made with tap water.
What is that?
The tap was connected to a supply line that ran alongside open drainage. Somewhere in that water were eggs, microscopic, invisible, shed by a person carrying an adult pork tapeworm in their
You got niggas carrying bugs in their body like eggs? Man. Yeah, no. Like, that's what I'm sorry, but I don't think I will ever go to India. I don't think there's amount of bad bitches you could throw at my disposal for me to go to India, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't think there's nothing you could do to make me go to India. Unless you say, Zoom, I'm gonna give you $1 billion. You go here, you eat this thing forever, you be having enough money for the rest of your life. I ain't gonna lie. That might be what you gotta do. Other than that, I don't know, man.
intestines. Jared did not taste them. He did not feel them. They dissolved in his stomach acid. Out of each egg crawled a larva smaller than a grain of sand. Each one burrowed through the wall of his small intestine and entered his bloodstream. His blood carried them everywhere. His muscles, his liver, his eyes, and his brain. Inside Jared's skull, dozens of larvae burrowed into the folds of his cerebral cortex. Each one built a fluid-filled cyst around itself about the size of a small grape, pressing against neurons, displacing tissue. And then they did
Ain't got no cure for this shit. Like, ain't no, bro, we ain't got nothing to stop that.
something terrible. They secreted chemicals that suppressed his immune system around each cyst. They turned off his body's alarm from the inside.
Wow.
Jared's brain did not know it was being colonized. He spent the rest of the trip feeling fine, ate more street food, took photos, told Ryan.
You can't help them. You can't help people like that, man. I ain't gonna lie. You can't help them type of people. You gonna keep eating that shit? I don't get it. Like, ain't no way in the world. I mean, you need to go to a doctor after you eat that shit. He tell you, hold on, am I good? Am I okay? I might feel okay, but am I okay, really?
He was overthinking everything. They flew home to Austin. Jared showed his coworkers the photos, told the pani puri story like it was a badge of honor. See?
Really?
He said to Ryan, nothing happened. 3 weeks after landing, Jared could not find his wallet. Not the normal kind of forgetting. He stood in his apartment for 10 minutes holding it, unable to process that it was in his hand. He told himself he was tired, jet lag maybe, even though the flight was 3 weeks ago. Week 4, headaches, deep, behind his right eye, like something pressing outward from inside his skull.
Because it was something pressing outward outside his skull. My fault, wrong one. It was something out there pressing out.
Drove to urgent care. The doctor ran a basic neuro exam, followed the finger, squeezed my hands, everything normal. Probably migraines, stress, screen time, dehydration. Try ibuprofen.
I guarantee you he left out the part where he ate somebody's shitty ass food from their shitty ass hands. I know he left that part out. Like, come on, bro. He scraping the food out with his finger. He used his fingernails as spoons. Like, come on, bro.
She did not ask where he had been. A 25-year-old with a headache in Austin, Texas does not trigger a tropical disease screening. There's no box on the intake form that says, have you recently traveled to a country where pork tapeworm is endemic? That question does not exist.
That's something you have to say. You're right. That's not something that's going to be up on the sheet or whatever. But I feel like, man, I just ate. He had food, scraping his food out with spoon fingernails. Maybe I should say that. Like, what? Maybe something came from his fingernails. He maybe had something stuck up in his fingernails when he scooped my food out with his. I can't get over that.
It does not exist.
I can't get over that.
Jared walked out with ibuprofen and a diagnosis that was already killing him. Day 44, a grocery store parking lot. Jared was loading bags into his trunk when the world turned white. His body went rigid. He fell sideways, cracking his head on the bumper of his car, his jaw locked, his tongue split. A woman in the next space screamed and dialed 911. The paramedics found him on the ground.
Shit, she did more than me. I would have ran us out the building. Hey, he might have had some contagious. I won't go stick around and find out. I would have ran to my car, drove off, got home, and then called the authorities, bro. Cause that way, cause think about it. If I get hurt, who gonna save you? I gotta make sure I'm good too. You feel me?
His mouth shaking, keys still in his hand. His first seizure, not his last.
Wow.
A CT scan at Seton Medical Center showed something no one expected. Multiple ring-enhancing lesions scattered across both hemispheres of his brain. The radiologist counted over 30. The initial read, metastatic brain cancer, stage 4, unknown primary.
Oh my
the
God.
ER doctor delivered the news to Jared and his mother, who had driven 4 hours from Houston. What we're seeing here looks like cancer that has spread extensively to the brain. I want you to be prepared. His mother covered her mouth. Jared stared at the ceiling. He was
So hold on. Okay, see, now I'm a little concerned because did you not tell your mother you went to go eat some fucking funky food from the fucking funky fingernails of a funky nigga? Like, come on, man. Like, ain't no way your mom should say, doctor, wait. He had some food with it and he had scooped it out with his fingernails. I feel like your mom should say that at this point.
25 years old. Ryan was in the waiting room when the word cancer came through the door. He sat down and did not move for an hour. But the oncologist who reviewed the MRI the next morning stopped scrolling. Something was wrong with the cancer diagnosis. The lesions were too uniform, too round, too evenly spaced. Cancer is chaotic. These looked deliberate, like something had placed them there. She ordered blood work, and she asked a question no other doctor in the chain had asked. Has he traveled internationally in the last year? Ryan answered.
Like, how is this just now getting brought up, bro?
Answered before Jared's mother could. India, 2 months ago. The oncologist's face changed. Here's what she suspected, and here's why it matters. There's a parasite that's traveled alongside humanity for thousands of years. The pork tapeworm, Tania solium.
Pork tapeworm. I will never eat pork again for the rest of my life. Ever.
The World Health Organization estimates 50 million people carry it right now. It's the single largest cause of preventable epilepsy on the planet, and almost nobody in the Western world has heard of it. Here's how it works. Someone infected with an adult tapeworm sheds microscopic eggs in their feces.
Oh my God! What did I say? What did I say? He ain't washed his hands in I don't know how long. He had the stuff scooped up in his fingernails. Man, bro, this is ridiculous, bro.
And is poor.
Oh
if the food
my
handler does not wash their
God.
hands. If water runs through contaminated pipes, those eggs end up in food and water. You swallow them, they hatch. The larvae travel through your blood. When they reach your brain, it's called neurocystic cirrhosis. Now here's the part you need to remember. The larvae can sit in your brain for months, years, doing nothing. You go to work, you eat dinner, you sleep. You have no idea that parasites are embedded in the organ that makes you, you. Then they start dying. When a cyst degenerates, it loses its ability to suppress the immune system. Your body detects it, and it responds with massive inflammation. The tissue swells, pressure builds, neurons misfire. That's the seizure. The parasite does not kill you by eating your brain, it kills you by dying inside it.
Wow.
Jared's blood work came back with elevated eosinophils, a marker for parasitic infection. The MRI was reread by a neuroradiologist with experience in tropical medicine. Additional imaging found cysts in his right eye and in the muscles of his left thigh. Jared did not have cancer. He had a brain full of tapeworm larvae from a Pani Puri stall in Chandi Chowk. His mother said she did not know whether to be relieved or horrified. She was both. But the nightmare was not over. It was getting worse. The standard treatment is an anti-parasitic drug called albendazole. It kills the cysts.
Okay.
That sounds like good news. It is not. When you kill dozens of cysts inside the brain at once, every single one triggers inflammation. The brain swells. If you have 5 or 6 cysts, steroids manage the swelling. If you have 30, you risk catastrophic cerebral edema. The brain pushes through the base of the skull. That's called herniation. It is fatal. Jared had too many cysts to treat safely. The medicine that could save him also could kill him. The doctors were trapped. In Faridabad, India, an 18-year-old boy faced the same impossible choice. Same disease, even more cysts. His MRI looked like a night sky. They made the same calculation. He died 2 weeks later. Jared's doctors chose to wait. Anti-epileptic medication, steroids to manage inflammation, repeat MRIs every 3 months, a slow, controlled siege against an enemy living inside his skull, seizure by seizure. For 8 months, Jared lived with parasites in his brain. 7 more seizures, 3 while driving. After the second, they revoked his license.
3 while driving? Why is you... Hold on. Okay, there was a lot that just happened in that little short bit of information. So he had 3 while driving. Now, my thing is, after the first one, why are you still driving?
Stupid dog! You made me look bad!
The second one, you had your license revoked. Okay, thank you. Some actions being taken. What happened on the third one? Bro, people don't have regard for the law these days, bro.
Ryan drove him to work, then to doctor appointments. Then Jared stopped working entirely because the headaches made it impossible to look at a screen. The cyst in his right eye blurred his vision. Not enough for blindness, enough that he could not read without closing one eye and pressing his face close to the page. Ryan came over every Friday. They ordered pizza. They watched basketball. Ryan never brought up India. Jared always did. He told me not to eat it, he said one night, not angry, just quiet.
Okay, yeah, nah. His friend did not backdoor him, bro. If that was a backdoor, he would have rubbed it in his face on some evil shit. Damn, dude, this sucks.
Ryan did not say anything. What do you say to that? I told you so does not exist when your best friend has worms in his brain. I keep thinking about that vendor, Jared said. He was smiling the whole time, cracking the shells with his thumb. It was the best thing I ever ate. He paused. I think about the water. I can still taste it. Ryan looked at the floor. You drank bottled water the entire trip, Jared said. You would not even brush your teeth with a tap, and you came home fine. I ate 8 Pani Puris from a bucket on the street, and now I have worms in my brain. He almost laughed. The kind of laugh that's not funny. The kind that comes out because the alternative is worse. Same trip, same city, same street, and only one of us is still the same person. Slowly, over months, the cysts died on their own. Each death triggered a small inflammatory event, a bad headache, sometimes a seizure, sometimes nothing. His brain processed them one at a time like a bomb squad diffusing charges in sequence. By month 10, most cysts had calcified, dead, mineralized, no longer active. But the scars will remain in his brain forever, tiny white spots on every future MRI. Jared's seizures stopped, his headaches faded, his vision partially recovered.
Please tell me this man is still alive, bro.
By medical definition, he was lucky. Jared Cullen works from home now. He wears a medical alert bracelet that says seizure disorder because explaining neurocystic cirrhosis takes longer than an emergency allows. He takes 2 medications every day. He'll take them for the rest of his life because calcified cysts can trigger seizures decades after the infection clears. He does not travel anymore. Ryan still does. He still carries the spreadsheet. He still only drinks bottled water. He still will not eat anything he cannot peel, boil, or open himself. He's never said, I told you so. He never will. But every time he packs for a trip, he sends Jared the exact same text, every time, without fail. Bottled water only. If you cannot peel it, boil it, or open it yourself, do not eat it. Jared always replies the same thing. I know.
Man, you gonna tell me that, nigga, I'm stuck in my house. Why are you telling me that, bro? Hey, that would have pissed me off. I would have crashed out on buddy.
Here's what I need you to understand. 50 million people are carrying these cysts right now. Neurocystic cirrhosis is the single largest cause of preventable epilepsy in the developing world. In the United States alone, there are roughly 1,000 hospitalizations per year, and most of those people will trace it back to a single meal they barely remember. This is not about fear. This is not about avoiding travel. Go to India, go to Thailand, go to Mexico, go to Peru. The world is worth seeing. The food is worth tasting. But the difference between Ryan and Jared was not courage. It was not luck. It was a choice. One of them drank from a sealed bottle. The other drank from a steel bucket that had been sitting in the sun since.
Bro, we can't leave out the fact this man was scooping that shit out with his fingernails like a spoon, bro. We cannot leave that out.
Since dawn. Same trip, same street. One walked away fine. The other came home with something alive inside his brain. You're going on a trip soon, or you just came back from one, or you're planning one right now. Here's what the doctors will not tell you, because most Western doctors do not even know these diseases exist. Bottled water, sealed cap every time.
Right.
If a restaurant does not have a visible kitchen, walk out. If you cannot see the water source, do not drink it. If the food is raw, if the water is open, if the vendor has no soap and no gloves, the food is not worth the story. And if you come home and weeks later something feels wrong, a headache that will not quit, a seizure that comes from nowhere, a fog that was not there before, tell your doctor where you went. Tell them what you ate. Say the words, I need to rule out neurocystic cirrhosis. They will not think of it. You have to. The scariest thing about this disease is not the worms, it's the delay. You eat, you smile, you fly home, you tell the story at dinner parties, and weeks later you discover that the best meal of your trip was the worst thing that ever happened to you. Two friends walked down the same street in Delhi. One said yes, one said no. That was the only difference. That was the entire difference. This is Diagnosis Glitch. I'll see you in the next waiting room.
Man, that was a good video. Man, I hope y'all enjoyed that, bro. Like the video today. Subscribe to the Journalism Morning, bro. I appreciate y'all. I don't know, man. I don't know what subscribers you finna hit, but y'all been going crazy. You feel me? Y'all have been killing it, bro. And I appreciate y'all so much, man. Zoom out, bro.